hours, less than 2 hours.
One.
So we need to be quick.
Okay. So Maha, will you share your screen and proceed?
Okay.
I think we have 353 on the top. So Arik, so are we done with the 353?
Yeah, and well, let me cut in. Sorry, Arik. So the thing is that Arik is done with 3.353. I have already seen that. So
Okay.
he's going to close the subtasks and he's going to close the issue. And my request,
Okay,
unless you have something against that, because Arik's leaving tomorrow for a conference. While there are some urgent tasks for him to do in the design pack with the issues that I created for another sprint. So would it be possible for him to leave now, so that he can continue working on the tasks instead of participating in the call?
Yeah, sure, David, not an issue.
Well, if it wasn't due to the conference tomorrow, I would keep him here. But as he is traveling to the conference, I would prefer him to finish the tasks start the tasks that are planned for next sprint, so that they can be presented to stakeholders, for example, tomorrow or on Thursday. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Right. So Arik, please close 3.353. And okay, you have closed them. So we can move on with other tasks. And thank you, Arik. Thank you.
Thanks, Arik. 360.
Hi, David. Eric here.
Yeah.
So about 360. Okay. So for PEMOB 360. This is related to 447 actually. So on doing 447, this story has also got completed along with it. The story 360 is about the app crashes when you log in after installing the app. So that was the story. So let me just, we just installed the app. So let me just sign in and show you. Okay, so it's signing in and it does not crash. So this is about 360.
Okay, could you sign out for a second again? Okay. And if you tap, could you tap Let's Go?
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a mobile animation. Okay, all right, that's fine. Okay.
Okay. So I'll explain 447 as well now. So 447 is, so we've actually we had two screens for login screen and then the signed in page. So it was at two different screens. So now I've made the my profile screen. That is so this is one screen. Just let me share the screen. So the screen you're seeing now, and when I sign out, this Let's Go screen. These two screens are the same now. So I'll just check for the status of the signed in user status, and depending on whether the user is signed in or not, I'll just replace the content of the screen. So that is how I made it now. Earlier it was two different screens, and so there were a lot of it was not actually written efficiently earlier. There were a lot of data fetching from the memory. So that was the reason for the crash. So we've removed it all and app state to change the content of this page. So now it's very much faster. You can use it and see. So it will not be lagging and all. So in Android as well, it will be very fast. So
okay,
so that is 47.
And could you tap Let's Go again?
Yeah.
Okay, and if I tap the X in the upper left corner, okay, it's going to hide, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As you're going to see in the next sprint, we're going to redesign the screen again. Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
So we're going to complicate things a bit here. So sorry about that, but that's what we need
Yeah,
to do.
okay.
Because we need to separate children sign in and adults sign in. So we need to separate these. So we're going to need to make it complex. But good to know that we're on track with that, and we know how to do it properly, and we know how to do it in order to avoid crashes. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
I think anyway you can cover 361 as well. I think it is in progress and
So actually about 361, so this is also related to the login scenario. So what is happening actually is, again, there was a lot of memory fetching, data fetching from the memory. So right now it is 361 is better now. I mean to say it does not crash very off. It does not crash very often. It happens very rarely now.
Mm-hmm.
But still it crashes at one or two times. So that's why we are not closed the story yet. We are still trying to optimize it.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we're going to continue that in the next sprint, right?
Okay, sure. Then.
Okay.
okay. PEMOB 4 and 4. David, this is Veena here, and I've
Hello.
completed the spike. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well. I'm really looking forward to seeing that.
Okay, 4 and 4, I have completed the spike. We could do that. I mean, we can scan the lesson page, scan the lesson QR, and move on to the lesson page, whichever code is scanned in the QR. So I'll take that as a story in the next sprint, and I'll continue with it. The main complication in that is navigating to the lesson page, because we'll be getting all the data from the.
Sorry, Nina. Wait. Now you need to repeat. The main complication for that is, and then you started to get choppy. So could you repeat?
Okay. Navigating to the lesson page is quite complicated, because we'll be getting the we'll be getting the data from the JSON. It can be any lesson, I mean, from any unit. So it is quite complicated. So that is the main complication which I faced during the spike.
Mm-hmm.
But we could do that.
But you managed to overcome that problem, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's
But
what.
is there a chance for you to show me how it works right now?
No, David. Implementation, I've started with the implementation. It is in progress. I mean, it is almost done, but navigation little is pending. So I'll complete that, and I can show you.
So what's completed though in this spike?
Fetching the details from the JSON.
So based on the QR, I mean the lesson QR, we'll be getting the data from the JSON.
On the navigation.
So the incomplete thing is, in case of units, I mean, normally when we click on units and then if we move, it will be like a proper process. But here it can be any lesson from any unit. So that part is little left out. So others all is completed. Implementation, I have started with the implementation and mostly I've completed, but little is pending. So I can complete so that you can see the proper lesson page when we scan the QR.
Okay, so anyway, we're going to add a task, add tasks to Jira. Before we go to the review, we need to add a task for opening a lesson and scanning a QR code. Okay, right. Okay, all right. So, all right. So in your opinion, it is possible to have this implementation, but you need to have a separate task in order to complete it. Is that correct?
It should be a story or a task. It should be a story.
Yeah, separate story
A separate issue. Let's go an issue. So a separate issue in which you're going to cover the implementation. But you are 100% sure that it is possible,
Yeah,
right?
it is possible. Yeah, we can do that.
Okay. All right. So let's do it this way. Okay. All right. Let's move on to 312, I believe.
Yeah. So 312 is about iOS. When a user is logged in and when I click on the scan, app is getting. The camera does not open up. So I have connected a device over here, and just before some time we have uploaded a test flight build. So I've installed that build right now, David. So I'm logging in. After logging in, I'm clicking scan over here. So the camera pops up. This was the issue in 312. Sorry, I didn't download contents. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Just a minute, David. I'll download the contents. And when I click scan now, the screen was empty before. Now the camera has popped up.
And if you go back to courses,
the screen. Oh, sorry. So the issue was like when I download some content and if I click on scan and open camera, the scanner was not popping up initially. So this was the issue in 312. So as of now, we have fixed it.
Okay, but the problem is that I believe that in one of these, it was stated that we would need to keep downloading and update the cloud. Right? That's why I asked about.
Yeah, that is Ram's story, David, which is not completed.
Yes.
I guess.
Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. Understood.
So next one.
354
Ram's one.
Oh, okay. Who can cover for Ram?
Maha will take it.
Okay, David, regarding PEMOB 354, as a user, I want to be warned that if I do not log in now, I will not have access to the content. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sign up first. I will scan a QR. Okay, I'll click on next.
I guess you have to click later instead of logging in.
Okay.
First log out and click later.
Yes.
Now she has logged out.
Okay. If I click on later, you'll get a pop.
String is not properly updated.
The string is not updated properly, David. But if the user clicks on later, he'll get a pop-up informing that until or unless if the user is signed in, you won't be allowed to scan the code.
Yes, but this is not complete, right?
Yeah, this has been closed after 3 days.
Maybe due to this merge conflicts.
Yeah. We'll just check on it. It will not take so much time. Only the strings have not been uploaded.
The functionality wise, everything is updated, David, but due to this merge conflict, the string is not updated. So we'll be able to complete it after this call.
Okay, so after the call, you're going to resolve the conflict so that I can say that, well, it works fine, right? But only then I can close the sprint.
Yes.
Before that, I can't close it.
Yeah, sure, David, we'll make it.
Or we can reopen this task, close the sprint, and then complete the task in the next sprint.
Actually,
It's
the
up to you.
functionality part is done. We were from before some time we were checking all the merge conflicts, but then we missed out this story somehow. We were checking other stories and all, but this story we have
Maybe
missed out.
string we have been missed out.
Yeah.
So we'll be checking. We'll update it and upload the build after this call.
It won't take much of a time.
Okay, all right.
So
And regarding PEMOB 363, Ram is still working on it, David.
So it's a spillover.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
364, Gautam.
yeah, so 364 was like, just a minute. After the user has logged in, when I scan something, I'm not able to scan it again. I mean, the same issue as before. QR does not pop up. Now I'm just logging in. So I guess this one we have covered before. Should I show it again?
Could you show me? No, let me see the description,
Yeah.
so that I can
So
digest it.
Yeah. So
Wait,
now I
wait,
have
wait.
logged in. I'm opening
Just
scanner.
give me, no, wait, please wait. Just give me a second so that I can see steps to reproduce.
Okay. So now I have logged in. The first step. David, shall I continue?
Yeah, please.
Okay. So now I'm opening scanner over here. So after opening, I'm just pointing to a QR. So right now the level 2 has been already unlocked. So the navigation has done.
Just wait.
So previously, how it was happening, like the camera was not getting displayed. We were getting a black screen. I mean, a gray screen without the camera. So that was this issue. It is fixed now.
Okay.
Okay. So the next one is PEMOB 308. This is Shakes one. It's just a minor UI correction. Wait. You have to check it. Just a minute, David.
Okay, open.
It's level 1, right?
It's level 1.
So this issue was like
Level 1
this text should be in caps fully. So that was his task, David. So it is done now.
Okay. Why was it so slow that you tapped back and it was so slow?
That's what even we were checking the way we couldn't find it. One or two times we were not able to navigate, and the next time it went properly.
So it's a new feature, right?
We'll check it, David.
Okay, but are we going to add a separate issue for that, or we are going to wait for regression tests from variable?
We'll wait for the results, and later if this issue arises again, we can have a separate issue, David.
Okay.
So PEMOB 49.
Okay. PEMOB 49 is creating a new registration page. So on click of let's go, we'll be getting this sign in page. Here at the bottom we have create an account. On click of this, we have the registration page. So we have the validation done. Enter your first name. The native language should be inactive as we're not using it now. can so you can see it is not a valid email address. So it should be in this format. And the password does not match.
And do you what happens if you tap the I so in order to disclose the password? Does it work already?
You could see the
Okay.
text which is typed.
Cool. Okay. All right.
So on click of this, we'll get a pop-up telling account created successfully.
Cool. That's really cool.
Okay. On click of the sign in, we can move on to the previous page. I mean the sign in page. That's all with 49.
That's brilliant. Great. Good to see something new at last.
Okay.
Close.
That's an ad.
So
should we show that in Android too?
Just quickly. So just show it to me that it does open, right?
Create account. We have all that. On click of this thing.
That's it. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, moving on to the next one. Gautam.
yeah. So PEMOB 436 and 437, these both are interrelated. So right now what we have done is we have created a separate page for the scan initially, and then later we are opening the camera. So again, so this is what we have done now, David. I guess you have seen it already twice or thrice.
Yeah, but
So,
I can see that they are not centered. Type your code here is lower than the middle of the center of the icon.
you mean the alignment?
Yeah, the alignment of the middle of the label is lower than in the icon. I believe in iOS it was correct.
Just a minute, David.
Yeah, you see?
There's just 1 point extra, I guess. I mean, both the things are having the same style, but then here there is little more space. We can fix it, David. It's not a big thing. I mean, for iOS,
it's a minor thing. If you can do that for in this, well, not this sprint, but if you can do it, well, after the call, that would be perfect. But if not, I can add a new issue.
Sure, David, we can fix it. It's just a minor correction. I mean, it's perfect for iOS and small space over here. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think before providing the bill, we need to have his changes.
Okay.
Can make it.
So after I click on camera, the camera will get popped up.
Okay, but just one comment, Gautam, because what I mean here is not the space between the label and the underscore under it, but what I mean is the center point of, for example, O, and the center point of the icon for QR.
Okay.
That's what I mean here.
Yeah, we got it.
Okay, all right. Just want to make sure. Okay.
So that's all with right now. What will happen is only if I click this scan button, QR will get popped up. In other places, after clicking cancel, the QR will be closed. I mean, the scanner will be closed. So there is a considerable performance increase as well as the battery increase. I mean, the battery usage has been reduced. We checked it with our QA. The device is not heating up as before. So these issues are handled by creating this page alone.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay. So PEMOB 447. PEMOB 447. I guess LL has updated it already. 440.
Okay.
Android.
Okay. Okay, when the user is in offline. The user. The user is in offline, and even when the user logs in, the app was getting crashed before, and now it has been fixed.
Okay, but we'll still need to fix it when we provide backend for the app, because well, you cannot register without internet access, right?
Yes, yeah, sure, David. Once the backend is ready, we'll be having this also in the code.
Well, because the truth is that we should have done that differently. Well, my mistake. Because what we should have done is, instead of logging in the user, we should have displayed a pop-up that you need to have internet access in order to be able to log in. That would be better. So we need to add a separate issue on that. Sorry for that. Okay, so display pop-up when trying to log in without internet access. Okay, all right.
David, shall we move on to the next one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Regarding
it was my mistake for 440. I should have well told you how to do that. Okay, go on.
Okay, not a problem.
Regarding PEMOB 230, if I do not allow the app to use the camera and open the scanner, I can see a blank screen. Okay. Actually,
Just go to settings and.
okay, I'll move on to settings. I'll deny the camera permission, David. And again, if I enter into the app, if I click on the scan icon, I'll get a pop-up. The user to enable the camera permission in the settings. I'll click on the settings now. It will redirect me to the camera settings inside our application. And if I again enable it, the camera will be enabled.
Cool.
And David, this is in iOS and in Android. If the user denies the permission, the user will not be allowed inside the application. In the next one, we'll be taking the stories for fixing these issues. Some screenshot Vadyapan has sent you, and according to that, we'll be fixing it. You inform me.
Okay. Yeah, we discussed that during the sprint, so I confirm that. Yeah.
Okay. David, then moving on to the next one. Spike regarding 438 back icon. In this spike, I have found that the back icon can be replaced by the customized back icon, but not in the same what we are seeing in the Android now. Facing some back icon, right? The same we can update in Android.
Okay.
Is that fine, David?
Could you repeat so that I can easily comprehend it? So if possible, please show it to me if you
okay,
can.
This is the icon, back icon for Android now, which we are facing it. Actually, the issue was the back icon was popping it 2 times when we click on the unit 2. The delay was there. This was the issue.
Okay.
Okay, once again, I'll update the code and I'll show you.
David, what she actually is telling us?
No, he sent me to show.
Okay.
So only. No, the icon is not getting updated. I'll show how the icon will be so that you can have an idea about it. Later I'll be. The same the courses you can see here in iOS, right? The way I can keep this as icon in Android also, so that the icon will not be getting refreshed once the user clicks on unit 2.
Mm-hmm.
Is that fine, the way?
Yeah, but it did reload when you tapped it now.
No, the way the icon is not has been updated because I have to replace the icon in my local changes. I have not done it.
Okay. So I'm still not sure whether I do understand it.
Okay, the way maybe after that I'll send you an mail regarding the screen attached with the screenshots.
Okay, that'll probably be better. And if I have any questions, then we can connect and we can discuss that. Because without animations and without seeing what you actually mean, it's difficult for me to comprehend it. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
sorry.
sure, David. Okay. No issue, David. I'll update you. Okay, David, shall I move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Okay, regarding PEMOB 435, if the user is in offline, the user is automatically redirected and the issue has been fixed now. I'll show you. I'll download the unit 1. Okay. If the user is in offline, remain in the same page and the user will not be redirected.
Okay, but you haven't disabled the internet now. You need to get into the airplane mode.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No, just
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But then still this icon is showing because of the simulator, I guess. I mean, we are connected using QuickTime. That's why I guess. You can
Okay.
click on the build with its Wi-Fi is off now.
Okay. Okay, because this is not a simulator, it's an actual device, right?
Yeah, it's a device, but then we are connected using QuickTime. That's why this icon is still popping up.
Remove the cable and show the video. David will remove the cable and show it in the video.
Okay, that would be better. That would be better. But now let's skip it. Okay.
Are you able to see the screen, David?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So now it's fine, I guess. Just a minute. Camera is on. Your screen sharing. Wait.
Stop sharing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So are you able to see the screen now, David?
Yes.
Offline mode.
Yeah. So right now, see, I'm in the aeroplane mode and Wi-Fi is not connected, and the screen is in the same place.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Share screen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Next one is next one is 311. 311. It's already
That's all, David.
On the sample course is downloading and tapping. And how about this one?
This one will get fixed along with RAM's 36.
Correct.
3, right?
This one. Okay. All right. Okay. So there is this RAM's issue with missing strings. Please update it and make sure that it works fine. So I'm going to close the sprint now.
Yes, David. So, So a less parallel working on it, David. We can upload a build right after this call.
And Shane's changes as well. So before taking the build, ensure his changes is
David, quick question here. So this screen, is it necessary to update in this build itself, or we can?
Which one do you mean? The one with the pop-up?
Type your code here. Type your code here. This alignment.
No, we don't need to include that. Well, we do not. What we need to do though is we need to have proper strings in the pop-up.
Yeah, the strings have been updated. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I'm just going to misalignment of label and QR code icon on Android. Okay. All right, so I'm completing the sprint then. Cool. Okay, 2 spillovers. Okay, if we go to the backlog, we have 38 issues, and now during this review, I wrote down a few tasks that I would need to add.
okay.
One is opening a lesson by scanning a QR code. Yeah, and now kill me, I don't know what I meant. Yeah, opening a lesson by scanning. Oh yes, oh yeah. So for Vina, Vina has completed the spike, and now she would need to provide implementation. Okay, so that's the issue. Okay, validate access codes. Yes, so this is another one because currently what we're supporting is but user types in an access code, nothing is happening, right? So what we would have to do is provide a mechanisms for unlocking the level, right? So behaving as if we scanned a QR code, but instead of scanning a QR code, we would type in an access code.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the story, an issue that I need to add. Another issue that I always keep forgetting to write it down and to add it to the backlog is that you, for example, scan the QR code and accidentally scan the QR code again, and they scan the code a number of times. So what we would need to do is, if the user is in the first screen after scanning a QR code, we would have to block the scanning, right? You know what I mean? So that you can scan a QR code a number of times. Yes?
Can you please come again, David? We couldn't understand it. Yeah.
The problem is that when you're scanning a QR code, right, for example, to unlock a level,
okay,
what you're going to see is this validation view, right? But in the meantime, if you scan it twice, you do it something like that, right? You're going to see that there are two multiple views with the validation view. So what we would have to do is block scanning when we've just scanned a QR code. Is it any clearer?
Actually, this scenario will not happen. We are already checking that. So once the QR code is scanned, we'll just close the camera and we'll just process the QR code. So I guess.
But it happened during the review. It happened during the review. That's why I remember that.
Oh, you mean that validate that screen you're saying it came 2 times.
Yeah. Let me check. Let me check with the newest build.
Okay. Because I hope you remember, Valli raised a concern saying that when the QR screen pops up and later that screen comes, it's not a good user experience, and we had a discussion about that that time, Ravi.
Mm-hmm.
So
let me see.
Yeah, this issue will not repeat again. We'll check on it, Ravi.
Okay, just give me a second.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm using the newest version that you have uploaded.
Okay.
So I'm displaying a QR code. Now I'm gonna scan it. Okay, all right. So, okay, I might be wrong with that. That it was I took it for another screen. Okay, so let me test that, and if the issue appears again, I'm going to let you know. But now I'm removing that from the list.
Sure, David.
Okay, another one is displaying a pop-up when trying to log in without internet access. So instead of logging the user in, we need to display the pop-up that we do not have internet access.
Okay.
And misalignment of table and QR code icon on Android. So this is the thing that I decided that we can give up in this sprint, okay? So what I need to do now is I need to add these issues to Jira, right, before the review, before the planning, okay? So let's have a 5-minute break or 10-minute break, okay? And in the meantime, I'm gonna put them in Jira and let's meet in 10 minutes and do the planning. Is that okay with you?
Sure, David. Yeah.
Okay, because I would like to include these in the sprint, so that's why I would like to do that before the planning. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
David.
not a problem.
Okay. So see you in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, David.
Bye.
Right.
See, comment.
Hello, I'm back.
Hi, David.
Okay, can we proceed?
Okay, I shared the velocity tracker. So for sprint 9, I think Arik has 5 planned leaves and Madhyapan tomorrow he will not be available. So
Yes.
all others will be available for the sprint.
Okay, but why does it say that it's 3 if he is...
Oh, okay. So we have 10 days in the sprint and 2 days will be a buffer time. So 8 days will be considered for calculating the velocity. So out of 8, he'll be taking 5 days leave and 3 is the velocity for him.
Okay, all right, okay, now I understand. Okay, okay, cool. All right, but for Arek, I have already discussed with Arek what his scope is going to be, and he said that he would accomplish all the tasks that I'm going to assign to him, because we have already discussed which ones are going to be. These are going to be. So yeah, so let me share my screen and let's proceed. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so let me start with Arek because it's the easiest part. Arek has already estimated the tasks. I need to assign this to him because it's still assigned to Karthik. Okay, so a design pack for drag and drop. Open Sans fonts package. That's for Arek. For of course, all these are related to activities, right? They're not related to the app at all. Dots indicating progress. Oops, sorry. Okay. And finally, we have implement button for showing keyboard. That's it. And there's yet another thing that might be included in the sprint to be, namely, where is it? That we are going to have, yeah. As a user, I want the design pack to display properly on all mobile screen sizes so that it displays well on my device. This is the thing because he built the design pack against one size for the time being, and now we need to go through all screen sizes that we want to support with Arek. I need to go through them and see how they behave in these screen sizes. If they behave well, then this is no task. But if it turns out that there aren't any fixes that are needed, then we're going to estimate the task and add it to the sprint if possible, right? So this is the plan with Arek. And now we can start estimating and building the sprint for the app. Okay. So.
So we have 2 tasks for Arek, right? And we normally don't estimate the task level issues. So only the issues of type story or improvement we normally estimate.
Yeah, so actually these are tasks, so he shouldn't have estimated these. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, yes, David. If you want to estimate, we can change it to a story type. We can
so let's do it.
the...
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I removed certain fields just to, but now it's, well, yeah.
Maybe I'll do it, David.
Okay. Please.
It's a story, right, and not an improvement story.
Let's do it an improvement. Let's make it an improvement.
Okay, David, you can proceed. I'll just do it in the background.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, all right. So because I'm refreshing now. Okay. All right. So as for the app, I added this one. As a user, I want to be taken to a particular lesson. I scan a QR code to select an activity from the table of contents. Right? Sorry, because somebody's attacking me all the time. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is it. So this is actually the continuation of what has been started by Vina. Okay. So can we estimate it? And I believe that it's going to be assigned to Vina, but I don't want to decide here.
Okay, Nina, are you going to take 473? Obviously, I think she has to work on it. That will be as 5 or story. Estimation, please. 3 points, along with the testing effort.
Testing effort. This is only for development.
So anyway, we'll have the regression.
Fine. Okay, 3 points, David, and it's for Veena.
Okay. 3 points. Veena. Due date?
Due date, Veena. 11th, you mean?
When is the code freeze date?
Code freeze date would be 14th.
13th.
13th?
12 rupees.
Okay, 12th, David.
Okay. All right. Veena, if you need any description from me, just let me know, okay? Because I'm not putting it here because I put it in the spike. So unless anything is necessary for me to add it here, just let me know and I'll add that, okay?
Okay. Maybe I think I'll link 414 spike to this story, David.
Oh yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, I'll do
Okay. Okay, thank you. All right, Aziz, I want to type in an access code to unlock a product. I put a very short description. It should behave exactly as if I scanned a QR code, right? So we provide an access code, and we should proceed as if we scanned a QR code. Okay, so that's the story.
David, the access code. I mean, what kind of codes will be getting? A 16-digit code or a combination of letter and number?
Exactly, I believe this is going to be a 16-digit code. It's exactly as if we want to. This is a Ramba code. Are you familiar with that?
No. Sorry, David.
Ramba code.
No, no, we haven't worked on it, David.
Okay, so let me show you what these look like. Okay, I believe I would have it somewhere here. No, it's going to be XXX, XXX. Yeah. Okay, so this is what it looks like, right? So 4, 8, and 12, 12 signs, and these can be alphanumeric, right? So this is it. Okay, sorry, somebody's calling me. So I'm putting that in the description.
Okay.
The codes are going to be 12.
But all these codes are going to be hard coded right now. Am I correct, David?
Absolutely, yeah. For the time being, we are hard coding them because in the future we're going to send them to backend and receive a response from backend. But for the time being, we are hard coding them. Yeah.
So, like, we'll have some sample 4 or 5 codes for each yeah. Okay.
It can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. Right?
Okay. So we can mock the codes as well, David.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Like
just make
QR,
just make
like
12. Just make it 12 symbol length. Right. That's it.
Okay. Okay, David. We can take it.
Yeah, and well, if we want to be perfect and if we want to be really good, what we could do is add these pause symbols automatically. So when the user types in 1, 2, 3, 4, we add this one automatically, right? So this would be really perfect. So let me add it to the description. Okay, and the symbols are added automatically when the user has typed in 4 and 8 symbols. Okay, do you know what I mean here? So when the user types 1, 2, 3, 4, we have this one automatically, and we switch immediately so that he can continue typing it in. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So can we estimate it?
We can have 3 points, David.
Okay. And let me guess. Let me guess. Just a guess. You do know, well, this is for Gautam.
No, actually. Yeah. Okay, David.
No, I'm not. I'm not imposing that. I'm guessing, right?
No, actually, we didn't.
And I can see that you like this story.
Okay. Okay, David. I can take it.
Okay. But if you don't know, no, it's just you are proactive. So here, so I really appreciate it. So that's why I thought that you would like it.
Okay.
Okay.
So that will be 12th.
12. Okay. Cool. Okay, as a user, I want to see a pop-up informing me I do not have internet access when I try to log in without internet access.
Before logging in, no, before logging in, we are just offline. Okay, I have to check that condition. We can have.
David, can we have this? I mean, in the backlog itself, and it up when we start merging in the backend.
Could you?
Because anyhow.
Could you repeat the question?
No, this is just a matter of checking the connection while pressing login, right? So right now we are using the login from local, so we're not doing any checks, right? So can we do this when we include the backend?
Well, I don't think so, because we need to check whether we have internet access anyway. So I would, well, I believe that we should do that before we try to connect to backend.
Okay.
So I would first check if we have internet access. If we don't, then we do not even try to connect to backend. I believe that would be.
Okay.
So I would keep it before, even though we do not have backend yet.
Okay.
David, we can estimate it as 2 points.
Okay.
Assigning
Shani Mahalakshmi.
Mahalakshmi and due date
11th.
11th? Yes?
11th. Yes, 11th.
Okay, I'm gonna put the text here, or you can find it in another pop-up with this information. No, you do not, because this is logging in. Right. So I'm gonna put that in the description. If I forget, just ping me. Okay.
Okay, sure then.
Okay. Android access code label and QR code scanner icon are not aligned by center. This is the thing that we.
Yeah, we have just fixed it, David. We have fixed it and committed the code.
Yeah, Sheikh has already done it.
Okay, so I can close it, right?
Yes.
Okay. No, not this one. Let's delete it simply. It's a no issue then. Okay, then we have regression tests after sprint 8. So should I assign it to Valipan already?
Yes, yes, David.
Okay, but we cannot estimate it, can we? Because Valipan is not here.
Yeah, I just checked with him and he said regarding estimate, he will have 3 points.
I made it a task, by the way, so we do not need to estimate it.
I think, yeah, but I think we need to have it as a story.
Okay, so let's do you want me to change it into a story?
Yeah, a separate
Okay,
story for him.
but I lost the field. How is it called? Let me find
Okay,
it.
not an issue that I'll change it.
No, let me find it. Issue type. I need to have it. I need to have it anyway. Issue type. So edit, configure fields, custom, and issue type. That's it. Cool. Okay, so we're going to have a story. And do we do we assign in story points to stories as well or not?
Yes, sir, 3 points.
Okay, cool. And due date? Do you happen to know his due date?
No, that we do not have due date because I think he would perform regression for both sprints, right? For the sprint 8 and for the current sprint as well, 9.
Okay,
So,
okay. That's cool. Okay. Another thing, a huge thing, and this is the thing that I thought of some time ago, and we need to face it. Because, well, as you remember, we had some misunderstanding in the beginning in which, well, we thought that it would be a working model, but it is supposed to be a full app. And due to that, we did not plan architecture of the code properly so that it was more scalable. So as we are still lagging behind the backend part, and we're so advanced in that, I know we should have done that in the beginning, but we cannot, well, turn the clock and then change the time, change the past. But what we should do is actually try to refactor the code and just do the refactorization in order to make the app really scalable. I know it's going to be a painful task at this point when we have lots of lines of code, but we need to do that because there are huge plans for this app, and this app is supposed to be developed. It should have new functionalities added in the future, etc. So I wonder, we do not need to do that in this sprint. But my idea is that, well, if we have, for example, Ezel is a tech lead in the team, maybe it would be a good idea for him to try to find out how to plan the architecture, how to do the how to refactor the code, how to structure the file system, etc., in order to make the app more scalable. We could even think of reviewing the architecture with somebody else just to make sure that we have different points of view at the same aspect, so that we can do it properly. I know that it's the other way around that it should be done. It should have been done. I know. I realize that. Sorry for that, but this is what we need to face. So I would love to hear your thoughts about that. As I said, we do not need to do it in this sprint, but we should. But I think that it would be perfect to do it in this sprint, so that we could do refactorization in the next sprint, for example.
Okay, so first we have to discuss some things. So, sorry.
Right, maybe we can plan for an architecture.
Yeah, we can.
In this, right?
Yeah, we can have a separate call for discussing.
No problem. No problem.
Okay.
See, in that case, maybe we can have it as a Skype. And,
Okay.
We can, but we need to have a call. So what are we?
We need to have more calls for discussing this architecture.
At least not to even to start, we have to have a call.
Okay, but making it a spike would be a good idea because, well, we still need to find out whether we want to do that. Okay. So, okay. So who would be responsible for that?
I'll take it.
Okay. And we can schedule a call either tomorrow or Thursday if you want. I'd prefer Thursday, as I have some things planned for tomorrow, not in the schedule, but I have some work to do. But we could have it on Thursday morning, for example, after the daily, and we can discuss that.
Okay.
Before.
After.
Okay, David. Tomorrow, I think maybe we can have an internal meeting with developers,
Okay.
and then Thursday we can meet with them.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sure. Okay. Then we have two spillovers, right? So if I log in first, and when unit 1 is downloading, I click on unit 2, right? So these are spillovers. So let me put these in the sprint so that we know how many points we have already reached. Okay. All right, so another story is related to the list of languages to select from registering an account to be able to register. So I send you, I put a few links in the description because what you might, and there are mockups created for that as well. Let me show you how it looks like now in PEF, because this is the thing that I'm going to use as a model. So if we have login, right, we go to create an account, and this is the thing that we're going to discuss in a moment. And here I have create an account, and it has exactly the same fields as we have already done, right? But if I tap native language, I can see a list of languages. And I fetched, and these languages are fetched from PEF. And here you have documentation for that, right? And here you have an example, okay? So, this, and you can access it without OAuth even, right? So it's an open access, endpoint, okay? And as for mockups, let me show them. Okay, so I have, so imagine that I have tapped native language, right? If I have tapped native language, I'm taken here, I can see a list of languages in a table view. And I can search through it just by their names, for example, like that, right? And only English appears here. And if I tap it, I can see this check mark next to it. And when I'm done with that, I believe that it's in here. Once the language is selected, the check should appear. Then there should be a 12 milliseconds pause before the user is returned to the form. So we have selected English, and we are automatically, after 200 milliseconds, taken back here, and this native language is displayed here. Okay, so that's the story. Okay, so yeah, so this is it.
David, a small doubt here. As of now, we are using that React Native I89 plugin, which will change the language according to the language which we select in our device. So, is this feature necessary?
Gato, it's not related to the language that we display. No, it's a completely different thing. This is where you select your native language, and you can, and this is just for registration purposes. It is not going to change the language in the app. No.
Okay.
So even if you, for example, even if you select Polish, right here, and you do not, and your device is set to English, we're still going to display English strings. Okay. So these are two separate matters.
Okay, then. David, just a minute, David. We'll have a discussion among us.
No problem.
Thanks for holding the width. So we'll give 5 points for this story.
Okay.
And
Ram.
we should make an update.
Ram.
Language update.
Assign to Ram.
Okay. Any due dates?
Can you wait for the due date, David? Ram will
Okay.
be back tomorrow.
Absolutely. Okay, no problem. Okay. And there's yet another thing related to the native language, because I think that what we could do here is, if we can spot the language that is set, well, as is, I want the registration screen to display my native language by default when I open the screen, so that I do not need to select it. So imagine the situation in which I open the not this one. I open the registration view on my phone, and my locale is set to Polish. So instead of having to select Polish from the list, it should set here by default. Again, it is not related to what the strings, to what language the strings are translated. I would like just to spot from the default locale what language to present here. I can change it, or we should suggest it.
No, this one will not already.
No,
No,
he's
because
saying
while we display this, while the registration screen is displayed, we have to fetch the
local device settings language
Okay.
from the device,
get the
and
AP
then
calls, and you have to check with the device local if any languages match. Suppose it doesn't. We can get the user device local easily, but while doing the registration, we have to get the AP languages. Correct. What I'm saying is, we can get the user local and set it in this native language. That option. No, only if it matches with the list of languages in the AP. They don't have all the languages.
if in that case if does not match,
Display English. That's it. David, in case if none of the languages match with the user's locale, we just have to leave it.
We just display this one, so we just display native language, and the user must select.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. We have AP story.
Okay.
Estimation. 2 points. And the assigning would be
Yes, it has to be handled along with
okay, that's good.
that. First we should do 462 and then 461.
So should be assigned to Ram. Would be Ram, David.
Okay, who? Ramkumar?
Yes.
Okay.
We can split it between us. Because while he is doing the APs and all, one can develop the screen.
already the screen is developed, right?
No,
That
but
AP
our screen is not the language list of language screen.
Okay.
We can do that, and
Shape
can-
is also.
okay, we can do
We
that.
can split.
We can do that if dependency is also there.
Shape work is also. So do you want to change the assignment?
I think we can split internally.
We will check at the upcoming stories.
Okay, moving on to the next one.
Okay. So currently, it is that when you open the app, it immediately asks you for permission to use the camera. But it doesn't really make sense because there are going to be two products in the beginning, so Gold Experience, in which we're going to scan a QR code, and there is going to be the Epic app, the Epic product, in which we're going to type in an access code. So my idea was that instead of asking for permissions when you run the app, maybe we should ask the user for permission only if I tap the QR code scanner icon, right? So when I do it for the first time on iOS, but for Android, we can do it each time the user taps the icon if they did not accept it previously and did not select never ask again. Okay, and the question should appear in a pop-up as it does right now. But it shouldn't happen when you run the app for the first time, but only when you tap the QR code scanner.
Okay. Sure. In this case, in Android, the user won't be redirected to the settings page. Only the pop-up will be displaying asking for the permissions.
Yes, exactly.
Sure, David. Then we can do it.
Points, David.
Okay.
Sign. Mahalakshmi. Eighth December would be the due date.
Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Animations. Push animation. Finally.
Animation. Do we have any animation master in the team?
Animation master Sheikh. Sheikh will take care of it.
Okay, so
This is when we open the app, it goes directly to the default level.
and David,
Yes.
we had a spike in the last sprint from Maha regarding the back button. So are we going to take it as a story in next sprint?
Yes, we actually should. We actually should.
Okay. So then I think we need to add a new story for that.
Okay. Okay. Would it be possible for? Okay, because this is the one that I do not understand. So, so let's wait for Maha's explanation by email, and when I finally understand it, I'm gonna add it, and we can include it in the next sprint. It's not a critical thing at this point.
Okay.
Per animation.
Okay, 248. Are we going to estimate 248? Okay. 248 estimation. Or would you like to take it as a spike since you feel like we don't have a
Already
solution?
Ram took it as 5 and he said there is no solution. Yes, first this bug is in the beginning.
You're right. Can you try that? Any other workaround, possible workarounds for this? Everybody is very silent. If you want to take it as a spike and then find out the workaround, try it for one more time.
It's our third attempt at that.
We'll take it as spike.
And that would cover all three.
Yes, for all.
All three birds.
Will you spike on animation?
Okay. And who
Animation
can,
spike.
he can take that? Really?
Yeah.
Maybe you already have a 361. Okay.
Yes.
And then plan an architecture, which is very important one.
After the call, we have to have a call for the
Discussion for the plan. That I think you will have frequent calls with him tonight. That will be recurring for 2 or 3 sprints, right? So that will be an ongoing event.
So, I know that's right.
Yeah, in addition to that, can you work on this animation? Okay. Okay, David, can we take it as a spike and assign to Erin to find out the workaround or a solution for this?
Okay. Spike add push animation in appropriate places. And we are assigning this to Azul. Okay. Let me see which ones are these related to. Kalpana, could you tell me what the PEMOB numbers are? The 3 bugs.
248, 249, 229. Very well, I'll link it to the spike.
Related 41, 49, and the final one?
48, 49.
And that's
First
it.
one is
248, 249, David.
Okay, is that it? So yeah, this one?
The first one, can you change it to 229?
Pardon? Could you repeat the question?
There is no 241, David, it's 229.
229. 229. This one, right?
No, David, instead of PEMOB 241,
Yes.
you can change it as 248.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I still need to process it. Okay, so it's okay. So let's do it slowly. I'm really a slow thinker. So PEMOB now number
248.
248. Okay,
Perfect.
and that's it. Nothing else.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
No.
David.
Okay.
248, 249, and 229, 229.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. Now I can see it. So. Okay. Sorry, I'm really slow at the numbers. 249 PEMOB 229. Okay. Okay. All right, so we're skipping these. Terms of service should open as a modal view instead of as a pushed view, because currently when you tap, as far as I remember, let me see if it's still the issue. If I tap terms and conditions, it opens as a pushed view, and I would like it to open as a modal view, so sliding from the bottom to the top.
1 point. Assignee. Maha. Veena. Okay. It's for Veena.
Change date.
Friday.
Okay. And now the last one that is easy to cover, I think, namely because currently, as far as I remember, audio and video files are hard-coded and they are not fetched from PEF. And I would like to unhard code them and fetch them from PEF. I checked on PEF and the links are there. So I think that we should be ready to remove the hard code part.
Just a second.
Mm-hmm.
David?
Mm-hmm.
So we've actually changed. We are not using any local files now. We have changed it long back to getting the content from the PEF. So it's already done. But only thing is, right now in the zip audio and video zip, there'll be 3 files like this. In audio, we found 3 audio files inside it when we unzip it. So we just pick the first one and play it over here.
Okay, so the audio file is in the binary, right? It's fetched, but it's we still play the one that is in the binary. Is that correct?
No, David.
Uh-huh.
We are not using. We don't have any local files in the binary. We are playing whatever we have downloaded from the PEF.
Okay.
But instead of playing all the 3 files, we just play the first one. That's what I'm saying. We have to include functionality for the next and previous buttons.
I see. Okay. Okay.
So you can edit it to make it.
Okay. So how would you put it in order to be easy to understand? I want to an appropriate video file, an appropriate audio video file as I selected to play the one that I want. Is that okay?
How do you want it, David? So you want it like when we press the next button, it should just go on to the next audio files, or you want to see a list of audio files and play any one of them by clicking?
No. What I want to do, because there is just in the table of contents, if you go to audio, we're going to have unit 1, and then we are going to have a few audio files, right, in the list. Now we have just one, but I can add more if you prefer. And
Like it's
3 and 4.
One second, we'll just share our screen and show it.
okay. In the meantime, Kalpana, it seems that I'm going to start the sprint today because
Okay.
I cannot attend the daily tomorrow, and I cannot attend it either because we need to prepare before he leaves for the conference. We need to make sure that we have all the data that we need. So we need to work together in the morning. So, and at this point, we have the estimate of 34 points, including Alex, 4 points. So we have about 30. So I would say that what we could do is leave it as it is for the time being and wait for Valipam to do the regression testing. And if it turns out that he reports any bugs, we could then expand the sprint. If not, we're going to select some other tasks from the backlog. Would that be okay with you?
Yeah, fine, David. Team, are you okay with this plan? Yes.
Yeah, because I believe that everyone has his or her tasks to complete. So I believe that nobody is in a position where they do not have anything to do. So I think that we can do it this way if you accept it.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, as I must dash because there are 2 minutes to another call that I'm having. So maybe let's discuss this playing audio thing on Thursday during the daily. Would that be okay with you?
Audience ready.
Can you have if you have 2 minutes, we can discuss, or else we can take it up.
Okay, so let's do it. Let's try to do it. I have 2 minutes.
Yeah, okay. So this is the unzipped audio content from the app, from the PEF JSON. So if you can see, we have 4 files here, but right now we just pick the first file and play it.
I see. So that's clear to me. They should, yeah. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I forgot that in the zip file there were 4 files. Okay. So what I'm going to do is extract this audio 1, 2, 3, 4 and put just one audio file in a zip file. Yeah, that's fine. So we do not need to complete the task. It's okay, right? It's not hard coded anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm removing the task then. I thought that it was still hard-coded, but if it's not, then it's even better. Okay. So I can remove it. And the same is with the video, right? So in video, we do not hard-code anything. We fetch it from. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm closing it. Unresolved, no, not done. Okay. Okay. All right. So I think that that we can stop now. Well, we need to. I'm sorry, but I must dash. Okay. So this is the sprint. This is the sprint. Okay. And if there are any forces left here, we can expand it. And let's wait for Valipam's regression testing and see if he reports any bugs. If there are any bugs, we're going to include them in the sprint. Okay?
Okay, then, fine.
Okay, everyone has her task. Veena is occupied. Gautam is pretty relaxed in the sprint, so we need to find something for him. Ram has lots of things to do, same as with Ezel. And Maha also has some tasks. And so Maha and Veena have 4 points. So, yeah. Okay, any questions? No?
David, Maha said she will take Ram's story, 461, which has 5 points. So since he has more number of story points, Maha said.
So which one?
So 461 will have to be with Maha.
Okay, 461. Okay, so that's Maha. Okay, so I'm gonna start the sprint after my calls that are going to happen in an hour. So I'm gonna start the sprint after the calls. Okay, I am Astash now.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, and see you on Thursday. Tomorrow I'm not attending the daily. Okay.
Okay, then. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.
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 Bye.